Hello, welcome to our channel once again. Today we'll be talking about frequently exploited services on Linux. Earlier, if you checked through our video, we've talked about frequently exploited services on Windows. But this time, we want to talk about frequently exploited services on Linux, where we know the services that they are prone to attack or they are the key points to attack as a penetration tester and what to look after. But before that, you need to understand a Linux system. So what exactly is this Linux system and what makes it different from a Windows environment? Linux is an open source operating system, right? You can just go to their website online, decide to, there are various Linux environment. Let me show you something here. There are various system environment, right? Where you could just do Linux operating system. You can download them. You just do we have various Linux. There is Lion, there's Parrot, there is there is Ubuntu, and there is the Kali Linux. So you can see they're open source. You don't need to get a license for them. You can see various installation mode that you can use for your system, for cloud, for containers, varieties like that. Yes, so basically that is a Linux system. You can get one today if you find it interesting at the end of the video. It also supports a wide range of hardware architectures. It makes work easy for installation on a Linux system. It is superb. You don't need to go through the stress of compatibility. Most cases, you don't need to go through the stress of how to put the system together. Once you are installed, your environment is fine, and that is how it goes for a Linux system. Also, for a Linux system, they have this stability and security that a Windows system might not totally give you. I'm not saying a Windows system is not capable of doing certain things, but when it comes to Linux, they are much more effective when talk about user-based security and how you can multitask to put different users on the system. For example, you can have a super user, you can create a users, you can do a whole lot in that same environment. You don't need to log out, log in, switch user, a whole lot like that, and you're done with what you want to do. You can work simultaneously as a user in this Linux environment without affecting each other. Really, it is very robust and it is easy to use. And basically, it is a recommended environment for a penetration tester where you have your tools pre-installed. You have Wireshark, you have CrackMap, Ezeg, you have a whole lot. You have Nmap pre-installed. You have a whole lot of utility, a lot of tools that are pre-installed on a Linux environment. I can walk you through my Linux system right now to see what exactly I'm talking about. So this is my Linux environment, basically Linux. You have all your services pre-installed for information gathering, for vulnerability analysis, for database management, for wireless, you don't need to go through so many. You have for forensic, unlike a Windows-based system, you don't have all this pre-installed. You need to go through a whole lot of manualing to be able to do that, right? So that's about Linux environment. So these are the frequently exploited services on the Windows environment. We have the Apache web server. The Apache web server runs on 440 like your normal HTTP and HTTPS. And the Apache server is an open source server that can be used to host websites, that can be used to host a whole lot on the internet. I can take you back to my Kali Linux and see how an Apache looks like. You can just do system, once it's installed, you can just do systemctl Apache service to enable it. Then if you want to run it, you can do Apache start Apache 2 and put in your authentication, and that is it. So you can check the status of this Apache server. Can you see that it is running? And that is it. You can just view the documentation link here, and this is it. You can see how to upload your services. This is not where we're going today, so I just want to show you how the Apache services looks like. So apparently we have a lot of we have a lot of services running. We also have, like, for example, we have the SSH. This SSH apparently helps you to remotely connect to log on to a system and control the system. For example, I have my work environment elsewhere. I can just go to my my Linux environment like this, and basically I just do SSH, then my username, let's say this is it, then the IP address. Really, this is not right. This is not correct. I just want to make an example of how it works. So if it's correct, it's going to log in, and I have access to my environment on the other side. So basically, you might have thought of how I was able to log in with password and username. What about if an attacker was able to do it? So there are two ways for SSH to set up an SSH authentication. You can generate a key, and you can also it can be password based. So, but for security reasons, the key generation is actually the best way to keep your environment safe. So we have the FTP, which is for file transfer protocol. It helps you to sign file from server to client and vice versa. And it runs on port 21, all on TCP. All right. So if you go to the Linux environment, it makes it easy. Just you need to do is few commands, and you put these things together. All right. And it keeps running, keep doing your business, and you keep working on it. So these are the frequently exploited services. You can see Samba running on port 445, right? But why are you confused? We have port 445 running for SMB on Windows. So apparently, this Samba is an implementation on Linux that allows a Windows system and a Linux system to be able to communicate and still perform the duty of SMB for sharing of services. All right. This is open source implementation for a Linux environment. And really, these are the core exploited services that is on Linux. As we go on in the course, you will learn how to exploit the Apache web server, the SSH, the FTP, and the Samba implementation. To be able to do this, you already have a knowledge of how it goes. What we've been doing earlier in our previous videos are Windows exploitations, which we will continue, but then we'll still also work on the Linux environment so that we must have knowledge of the two operating system, which are the paramount operating system that we have in our today's network, so to say. So this week comes to the end of today's tutorial. I hope you've been able to learn a lot on Linux environment, and see you next time.